Listen up, Elland Road faithful, your boy here with some absolutely mental news that's got me buzzing like I've just downed 10 pints before kickoff. We've got 3 massive stories that are going to shake you to your core. And trust me, you're going to want to grab your scarf and hold on tight because this roller coaster is about to get wild. Picture this, a Brazilian striker that could break our transfer record. A winger we've been chasing all summer who's just slipped through our fingers like butter, and a playmaker that Premier League giants are now trying to steal from right under our noses. The Whites are in the thick of the most dramatic transfer window we've seen in years. Now listen, before I drop these absolute bombs on you, smash that like button right now if you bleed white and blue. Hit subscribe because you need to stay updated with all the madness happening at Elland Road, and drop a comment telling me which signing you want most. Because after what I'm about to tell, your head's gonna be spinning. But here's the thing, Whites faithful. While one of these stories will have you jumping off your sofa in excitement, another one is gonna break your heart. And the third? Well, that's gonna make you realize just how crucial the next few weeks are for our beloved Leeds United. So, are you ready to find out which Brazilian goal machine has Fulham playing games with us, leaving us hanging like we're some Sunday league side? Right then, Whites faithful. Here's the first bombshell that's got me absolutely steaming. Rodrigo Muniz, this 24-year-old Brazilian striker who's supposed to be the missing piece of our championship-winning puzzle. And Fulham are treating us like absolute mugs. Can you believe this? We've made 2 bids for this lad, including a massive $32 million opening offer that would make him our record signing. And these Fulham suits haven't even had the decency to respond to our second bid. It's like, we've sent a love letter and they've left us on red for weeks. This is Rodrigo Muniz we're talking about. A modern number 9 who fits Daniel Farke's system like a glove. The kind of striker who can lead the line, hold up play, and bang in the goals that'll take us straight back to the Premier League where we belong. We've already got Pirro looking nervous because he knows Muniz could walk straight into that starting 11. But here's what's really got my blood boiling, Whites faithful. Journalist Felipe Silva has just revealed that Fulham are basically ghosting us. They're sitting on our second bid, probably hoping other clubs come in so they can start a bidding war. Meanwhile, we're here with our $150 million transfer budget, ready to break the bank for this Brazilian beauty, and they're playing silly games. The worst part? Tottenham have already had a bid rejected for Muniz earlier this window. So we know there's competition, we know other clubs want him, and yet Fulham are still messing us about like we're some championship minnows instead of the mighty Leeds United. What makes this even more infuriating is that reports suggest Fulham are already planning for Muniz's departure. They've been lining up replacements for weeks, yet they're still keeping us hanging like we're begging for scraps. The 49ers ownership group are trying to be savvy in the market, but sometimes you've got to splash the cash for quality. And Muniz is exactly that quality we need to fire us. Back to the big time. Daniel Farke needs this striker desperately. We've made 7 signings already, but a quality number 9 is the priority. And while Fulham are playing these mind games, every day that passes is another day closer to missing out on our main target. But hold on to your hats, because if you think that's frustrating, wait until you hear about the winger we've just lost in the most heartbreaking way possible. This one's going to hurt, Whites faithful, so brace yourselves. Igor Paixão, the fine-old winger we've been chasing all summer like lovesick teenagers, has just chosen Marseille over us. And the way it happened is gonna make your blood boil. Picture this, we were leading the race. We'd offered $28 million plus add-ons, we were willing to pay more than Marseille, and there were even reports of a done deal between us and Feyenoord over the weekend. Adam Underwood was in Germany doing the negotiations. The Whites faithful were getting excited, and it looked like we'd finally got our man. But Igor Paixão had other ideas, didn't he? Despite all our efforts, despite offering more money, despite being in pole position, this Brazilian wizard always preferred Marseille. Can you believe it? Here we are offering better terms, showing more ambition, and he's thinking about playing in the French league instead of helping us get back to the Premier League. And now, Fabrizio Romano, the transfer guru himself, has dropped the here we go for Marseille. Full agreement 5-year deal. Done and dusted, while we're sitting here like proper mugs, watching our summer target walk away to play in France. This was supposed to be the signing that will give us that Brazilian flair on the wing. The kind of player who could unlock defenses, create chances, and give us that cutting edge we need. His pace, his trickery, his ability to turn games on their head, all heading to the stade, Velodrome instead of Elland Road. What stings even more is that Marseille was struggling with the financials just last week. They were $6 million short of Feyenoord's valuation. We had them beaten on every front, and somehow they found a way to get it done while we're left picking up the pieces. It's like watching your ex get back with someone who treats them worse than you ever did. The frustrating reality is that Paixão would have been perfect for our system. A natural right footer who could take set pieces, something we desperately need after losing Joe Rothwell. Instead, we're scrambling for alternatives, while French football gets to enjoy watching this Brazilian magician light up League One. Baron Cross is saying we've got backup plans, talking about other wingers we've been pitching to, but let's be honest, White's faithful. Losing Igor Paixão stings like hell. This was meant to be one of our statement signings, proof that Leeds United can still attract top talent. Now, and just when you thought this transfer window couldn't get any more dramatic, White's faithful, here comes the final twist that's going to have you on the edge of your seats. Bilal El-Khanous, the 21-year-old Leicester City playmaker who could be the creative genius we desperately need, and now Crystal Palace are trying to steal him from right under our noses. This is exactly what we need, people. With Brendan Aaronson's underwhelming stats staring us in the face, just 1 goal and 3 assists in 36 Premier League appearances. We need someone who can actually create magic in that number 10 role. El-Khanous is that player. Young, talented, with bags of potential and a $22 million release clause that makes him accessible. But here's where it gets absolutely maddening. Crystal Palace have now put him on their shortlist as a replacement for Ebereki Eze if he moves in. And it's not just Palace we're competing with. RB Leipzig are also sniffing around if they lose Xavi. Simon! Suddenly what should have been a straightforward signing has turned into a proper transfer battle. This lad is special, White's faithful. His vision, his ball-carrying ability, his shooting from range, everything we've been missing in midfield. And don't even get me started on his set-piece ability. After losing Joe Rothwell, we desperately need someone who can deliver those dead ball situations with quality. The frustrating thing is that Bilal El-Khanous had a tough season at Leicester because the whole team was struggling, but anyone with eyes can see his quality. He's got 22 caps for Morocco at just 21 years old. This is a player who could explode into greatness at Elland Road. What makes this even more crucial is that Palace are looking at him as an Eze replacement. That's the caliber of player we're talking about. Someone who can create from nothing, who can turn half chances into golden opportunities, who can be the difference between promotion and disappointment. Leicester paid $21 million for him just last summer, and now he's available for just $22 million. That's an absolute bargain in today's market. The timing couldn't be more critical either. We've already seen how quickly things can change in the transfer market with the Paixão situation. 1 minute you're leading the race, the next minute you're watching your target sign for someone else. We cannot afford to let Palace or Leipzig steal this diamond from under our noses. But now, we're in a race against Premier League clubs who can offer immediate top-flight football while we're still scrapping in the Championship. Palace can promise him London life and Premier League action from day one. Leipzig can offer Champions League football and a pathway to even bigger things. White's faithful, this is where we stand. Muniz is still hanging in the balance with Fulham playing games. Paixão has broken our hearts by choosing France over Yorkshire, and now we're in a proper fight for it. El-Khanous against clubs who might have more immediate appeal. But you know what? This is Leeds United we're talking about. We don't back down from fights. We got the budget, we got the ambition, and we've got the greatest fans in world football backing us. So here's my question for you. Elland Road faithful, which of these signings do you think is most crucial for our promotion push? Are you devastated about losing Paixão, or are you confident we can get better alternatives? And do you think we should break the